fan. Who? Manchester United.
This is VanCam. This is VanCam. You waited for.
Yes, Steve. So they're at the Horse World Cup, right?
Is there a Horse World Cup?
No, there isn't a Horse World Cup. It's a joke. Don't kill it before I've even said it. So anyway, the manager turns to the team and says, "Hoof the ball." Don't get it, do you?
I don't get it,
You're
Kev.
just trying to make me look a dick in front of Disco Dave. You got it, Disco.
No, Kev.
No. You're like Dumb and Dumber, you two. That wasn't even a joke. I'm being serious, you two. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Tick a tick, 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 boom. How are you doing, everybody? I am Kev Ashford, and you are very welcome to this week's edition of the Man Utd VanCam. Still get these special effects in the car. I know you're looking and thinking, this ain't Man Utd VanCam, this is car cam. It is. Got a good enough excuse. I'm away for the weekend at a hotel with my good lady wife. It is our anniversary. 8 years married, 12 years together. Jesus, man. You get less for murder. Anyway, I am in the hotel car park at the minute. Parked up. Got myself a can out the boot. There is no law that says you can't drink in your car as long as you don't drive, folks. But loads to get through this week. I'm going to try and wrap this really up quickly because I've got things to do, if you know what I mean. But yeah, drinking, of course, in the room. We're going to look quickly at Southampton versus Man Utd, the 1-1 draw. The big VanCam debate this week is going to be having a look at what Roy Keane has been saying about Sir Alex Ferguson. No love lost there. We'll do cockstroker of the week. This week's cockstroker of the week, the number one. I don't think we will ever better it, but you can have your say on that in a bit in the comments section, and we'll end with a brief look at a few of your comments. So I hope you're well. So before I actually get into looking at that Southampton draw, I want to thank 3 people very quickly. Dan Wills, Dave Birtwhistle, and we've got a new VanCam record from Adrian Smith. I just want to say thank you very much for that. Absolutely made my week last week. Can't thank you enough. Thank you very, very much. So Man Utd went to St Mary's, drew 1-1. People are literally losing their shit all over the place. We've got grown men crying, people tweeting hashtag Ollie out. You know, we knew that this was not going to be easy, and this is where I can't understand where these people are coming from now. The ones that are saying bring Poch in, should have gone for Poch in the first place. What planet are you on, man? How can we now make another change and not look like an absolute joke of a club? We've got to trust Ole Gunnar Solskjær. Yeah, we get behind him. And what I will say, man, he's made 3 signings this summer: Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire and Dan James. They've been 3 of United's best players this season so far, and he's clearing out all the shitty deadwood. You know, Chris Smalling's gone out on loan, Darmian's left. He's getting rid of all these players that we were all up in arms about. What are they doing at our club? They're stealing a living, the dog shit and that. Fair enough, Darmian did all right, and it was a nice part in, you know, the way that he actually left to actually come out, you know, with his tweet or whatever on Instagram and say, you know, and thank the fans and stuff. That's nice, but he was never United class. So Solskjær is basically now breaking down the house to the roots. You know, we're rebuilding foundations and that. So Solskjær's first 3 signings have been United's 3 best players this season, easily. Would you not agree? If you disagree, then let me know. But I can't think David Moyes, Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho, they never signed 3 players who have performed to their standard already in the United career under the, you know, in their tenure at United. So what we need to look at is think in January, if United do back him again and they go into the transfer window, then Solskjaer's definitely identifying the right players to play for Man United. It's gonna take time. Yeah, there's no point standing outside St Mary's crying, which we'll get into later on. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen the video. It was disappointing to draw the game because on reflection, when you've got 10 men against 11 for the last 20 minutes of the game, we should have fully gone for it. And I do partly blame Solskjær. I think the introduction of Nemanja Matic was just an awful substitution. We're chasing a game and we bring on a holding midfielder who's not played a single minute this season. So we bring him on. It's like, just throw Greenwood on for fuck's sake, you know, and let's go for it. But we've drawn it and we move on to the next game. Thank God United are not playing this weekend. I bet you never thought you'd hear me say that. But I don't want it to ruin my weekend. I'm going to have a great weekend now because I don't have to worry about Man United. But it'd be great when we do finally get back to it. Right, I have spouted enough shit from the hotel car park. Now we're going to do the big VanCam debate. We're going to look at last week's poll and we're going to be setting a new question for this week. We're looking at Roy Keane versus Sir Alex Ferguson.
The big VanCam debate.
Just doing VanCam, mate. This is the big VanCam debate. Now, last week we did it on Alexis Sanchez. Following his loan move to Inter Milan, I asked the question, is Sanchez Manchester United's worst ever signing? I asked that because I wanted you to take into consideration the shitload of money that he's taken out of United, the fact that he's never performed. He scored a goal against Newcastle when we come back to beat them 3-2 at Old Trafford. Woo! So I wanted you to take all that into consideration and say, is he Man United's worst signing? Now, a lot of people obviously seen the headline to the video. It wasn't clickbait or anything, but they've obviously seen it and then left a comment. You know, there's people in there saying Varane, Kleberson, Jemba. You know, I'm like, are you serious, man? You know, they were never on the money that Alexis Sanchez was. At least we've seen flashes of brilliance from Varane. It just didn't work out for him. Yes, we paid a lot of money for him. But, you know, Kleberson and Jemba, we didn't pay, like, top dollar for them, did we? So, yeah, just watch the video in future, shithouses. Anyway, the vote was in, or is in, Carney's going at me head, man. 85% of the VanCam community said that Alexis Sanchez is Man United's worst ever signing. So there you go, that one is put to bed. It's great to know that the majority of the people that watch these videos agree with me, because basically I'm always right. Right, this week eruptions have come from Roy Keane, which is nothing new. The mad Irishman has been at it again, and there seems to be, I don't think we always knew there was no love between Roy Keane and Sir Alex Ferguson following his departure from Manchester United. Now, if I can just get the quotes up here, give me 1 second. So the headline is Roy Keane reignites feud with Sir Alex Ferguson, explains why he will never forgive legendary Man United boss. He basically says, I wouldn't forgive Ferguson. The media spin how I apparently upset everybody, it was all a nonsense. He always says that, doesn't he? It's a nonsense. Nonsense. It's a nonsense. That's better. He added, Ferguson came out afterwards and said he always did what was best by Manchester United. Nonsense. He said nonsense again. People say Ferguson always had the best interests of Manchester United at heart. Darren Ferguson won a medal. He was very lucky. It's cheap. It's a low blow. Alex Ferguson's brother was the chief scout for Man United for a long time. I'm surprised his wife wasn't involved in the staff somewhere. Oh, it's another low blow. He also says, I was at the club when Brian Robson left with Steve Bruce, two brilliant servants for United. I didn't like the way they were treated. Now, we all know why Roy Keane left United under a cloud. It was basically on MUTV, United's in-club channel, in-house channel. He come out and was basically highly critical and probably said exactly what he thought about certain players, one of them being Kieran Richardson. Now, fast forward to 2019, the present day. Would you have Roy Keane in this Manchester United team? Oh, yes, yes. Imagine Jesse Lingard pulling up in a pink Lamborghini and you have got Roy Keane. You've just pissed Royston right off, man, in the morning before training. He'll be, I'd see you out there on the pitch, you shit house. I know, bit of a shit Roy Keane accent. The question I want to ask is, whose side are you actually on? Who do you think is in the right here? Is it Roy Keane or Sir Alex Ferguson? You read the quotes, you've heard what Roy Keane's had to say, and to an extent, you have to sort of agree with Roy Keane, yeah? He was ushered out of Man United for saying basically what he felt. Now, Ferguson believed that Roy Keane was becoming too vocal in the changing room, but Roy Keane was an absolute leader for Man United. He got us through that game in Turin, knowing that he was going to miss the game in the Camp Nou in the final. You know, at the end of that game, he didn't put on his kit and come out like some modern day fuckwits, mainly John Terry, you know, become a full kit wanker and thought, oh great, let's get out and lift the trophy. Roy Keane didn't do that because it wasn't in his makeup. He's a natural born winner. Sir Alex Ferguson obviously feared Roy Keane, you know, in the changing room, thought he was becoming a bit too vocal, and maybe he used the MUTV interview as a massive excuse to get him out of Man United. Now, at the time, Roy Keane could have gone on for another few years at United, so I want to ask you the question: who are you backing in this argument that has been rumbling on since the day Roy Keane left United? Are you backing Roy Keane? Are you keen on Roy Keane? Oh yeah! Or are we on Sir Alex Ferguson's side? Do you agree that United had to get rid of him? Yeah? Like I said, fast forward to 2019, Roy Keane in that changing room these days in his prime would crack some skulls. There'd be no Pogba fucking about on Instagram. Same with Jesse Lingard. Marcus Rashford would get a massive boot up the arse. Yeah, let me know. Cast your vote. Up here there'll be a little eye. Click on it. Get involved in the vote. I'm hoping this one might be close because I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who could vote either way. But the only way we will find out is if you vote. Yeah, sound. Have another drink, yeah. I forgot to say that there is no sitting up on the fence. Yeah. Roy Keane wouldn't sit up on the fence, would he? So make a decision. It's Roy Keane or Sir Alex Ferguson. Who are you backing in this argument?
The Big VanCam debate.
What is that? There we go with the Big VanCam debate. Make sure you cast your vote and get involved in that, and I'll let you know the poll result next week. Now, there's loads and loads of bellends out there, and before you say it, I know, yeah, I am one, but I can't be involved in this. This week, I've got a top 3. This is Cockstroker of the Week. Let's find out who's been crowned the champion of the bellends. Let's just run this shit.
The Cockstroker of the Week.
Dickhead! Here we go. This is Cockstroker of the Week. This is where I tell you who has been a really, really bad bellend. And I've got 3 nominations this week for Cockstroker of the Week. So without further ado, stop all the shite talk. I know that you lot want to know who has been crowned the top spot, and prepare yourself because this week's, for me, is Cockstroker of the Year so far. So yeah, just stay there, yeah. Number 3, coming in at number 3 this week, Man United's very own Nemanja Matic. Nemanja Matic has come out this week whilst away on international duty. All these footballers seem to spout shit, but this is the finest of horse shit, the really good gear, yeah. Nemanja Matic has come out and basically said that yes, ultimately Ole Gunnar Solskjær picks the team at United, the team that he thinks is capable of winning the league, but at the end of the day, if he does not deliver, then the buck stops with him. Yeah, the buck stops with you, gobshite, and the rest of them shithouses who play at Manchester United. Whoa. Forget about Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, you know, there's a few that I like, Dan James and that, some that are really giving it their all, but there's a hell of a lot that aren't. And for me, yes, Ole Gunnar Solskjær does pick the team, Nemanja, you are right with that. But the bit that gets me, man, once you lot cross that white line, it's up to you to perform. You are not telling me for 1 second, Nemanja bastard Matic, that Ole Gunnar Solskjær is telling Rashford, yeah, when you go out, just boot the ball out the stand, into the top tier, row Z, every time you get a free kick. Lingard, loving the Instagram post, sunshine, loving it. Just get out there and just run around like a headless chicken and be shit. Yeah, he's not instructing these players to do that. That's down to the players. So yes, Solskjær does pick the team, but the players need to have some responsibility. And for Nemanja Matic to come out and say this, it's almost, you know, it's a get me out of here. He's playing the wild card. I don't like that shit. It's negative. Stand up. You know, Nemanja Matic has not shown us anything of the form that he did in a Chelsea shirt. So he is in no position to be coming out and slagging. That's what I was after. Slagging Ole Gunnar Solskjær off. So for this reason, or that reason, my friend, you know, friend of mine, Nemanja Matic is number 3. Coming in at number two this week, and hear me out on this one because I don't want to seem as if I'm having a go at an old guy, because I do respect my elders. I've been brought up to think that way, but when I seen this clip after United drew at Southampton 1-1, there's too many questions, not enough answers, man. Right, another fan channel sprouts up like a flower or something. Anyway, it's there. It's the Peaky Pundit. So he's outside St Mary's and he's getting fan reaction, you know. Let's hear what the fans have got to say. And this old guy's on it. And I'm still in the mindset that he's paid this guy 20 quid or something just to do what he did on camera. So he's asking him a few questions, and the guy, I'm going to play the clip in a minute, but I'll just say it very quickly. He says he's a lifelong United fan. So this is the first one that gets me. And in the same sentence, he doesn't know who our right back is. Questions are being asked by Kev. I'm thinking, who is this dickhead? You know, is he an actor? Has he been paid? Right? And then to my amazement, he breaks down, right? And again, I'm going to cover myself here, because if he's having some kind of midlife crisis, well, not midlife, because he's older than that, yeah? But if he has got mental health issues or something, then I take back everything I'm about to say, or that I'm saying at the minute. But he breaks down in tears. Just play the clip.
Man of the match for today.
I think that right back's something different. I think Aaron is brilliant. He wins.
You look emotional, mate. I'm with you. Go on, let it out.
He wins that ball so much. Brilliant.
Why are you getting emotional? Why does it upset you? I'm with you.
We dropped 2 points today.
It hurts you. Yeah. So look, this is how much it means to my boy Mickey here, lifelong Red. I can see it means a lot to you. It is in your life and in your blood.
Yeah.
I'm sure United will get back there. Mickey, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts.
Now I'm fully aware that channels like this will look, and when you watch the clip back as well, the way he can see the guy's cracking up, so he brings him in. It's almost like he's spinning a web and he's a spider caught in it, and he's thinking, this is going viral. And I don't like shit like that, because it has done, but for the wrong reason. It's not United fans retweeting it and going, yeah, you know, he's talking sense or nail on the head or anything. This is rival fans that are going to be absolutely pissing themselves at this old bloke. And for him to come out with such shit, saying it's like the worst he's ever seen and this and that, to me that guy looks old enough to probably have been maybe a kid or whatever when the Munich air disaster happened. So, you know, that is the darkest day in the club's history. You know, further along, United have been relegated in his lifetime. Was that not worse? Even more, you know, more to date. I mean, I was close to tears when Aguero scored. I didn't cry because I'm hard as fuck, and I always listen to The Cure and they sang about, you know, boys don't cry. So I don't do that, but it could be a harsh one, this. So let me know in the comments section. Number 2 this week is the old guy who cried at St Mary's and said it's like the worst thing he's ever seen or whatever. You know, we didn't even get beat, man. We drew. I know it's still not great, but come on, man. The world has gone mad. Stop the world. I'm getting off. Right, number 1 this week is well deserved, but it pains me to do this because I'm going to have to play the clip, but it is from the Old Firm game last weekend, which Celtic beat Rangers in. Now, after the game, Scott Brown is outside Ibrox, and just before he's boarding the coach, you've probably seen the clip. If you've not, then prepare yourself for some absolute shithousery. And I'm going to explain myself again, right? And this is why number 1 this week is probably going to be cockstroker, well, I'm going to say of the year, just basically ever. I need never to do one after this, because this guy that comes out with this shit, it's just off the scale. So after the match, Scott Brown is talking to some staff outside Ibrox, and just before he gets onto the coach, one of the Rangers fans shouts, "How's your sister?" If you don't know, you're not up to date with that, Scott Brown's sister died in 2008 from cancer. I think she was 21 at the time. So to come out with something like this, this Rangers fan, what an absolute dickhead. I was fuming when I seen this clip, and I mean, it's the fact of Scott Brown. He could have come out that stadium, anybody could have shouted anything else at him to try and get at him. You could have said, "You bald-headed bastard," you know, this, that, you Celtic shit house, you know, whatever. You could have shouted anything. But to bring that up, I mean, it does. Do you know what? I'm going to level with you, man. I was actually really, really emotional when I seen it. As angry as I was, the more I watch it, the more angry I'm at the Rangers fan. But to see Scott Brown's face actually fall and drop, and it's that look at him as if to say, did you seriously just say that? And the way the guy next to him, he must be a Rangers fan or something, goes, hey, you know, there's a line and it's been overstepped here. And for the police to move in and that, one of my mates was one of the first to comment on this, Michael Dolan, and he just summed it up perfectly. He said the police, you know, and the police knew what was said and what was going on. The police should have just moved out the way, and we should have had this, like, you know, this one-off scene where basically Scott Brown could just go and beat the absolute living shit out of this guy. Public hanging should be brought back for stuff like this, because that guy who did that is absolutely brain dead. What an absolute... I was going to say the C word then, but I'm not even going to use it on him. What an absolute twat and a cockstroker. Your cockstroker of the week.
Oh, listen, eh? You to you. Move. When you go. You get. Mate, come on, fuck, man.
Cockstroker of the week. So there we go with Cockstroker of the week for another week. 3 nominations, but one, number one. I mean, nobody is ever going to top that. And I feel slightly down for the fact that I've had to bring that video out and put it on. I mean, to me, it is shocking. I just cannot believe that somebody would be that brain dead to come out with that. But listen, it's done, it's dusted. Number 2, the old guy. Is Kev being too harsh on him? Let me know what you think. Personally, I do see it slightly embarrassing that an old guy would be crying after drawing 1-1 at Southampton, considering what he's probably been through in his lifetime. But maybe I'm being harsh. Let me know in the comment section. Next up, we're going to have a quick look at the VanCam Fantasy League. Let's see who's rocking that top spot, and let's see if Kev, playing the wild card last week, has worked a treat. Hit me, baby, one more time. Here we go with the VanCam Premier League. Let's have a look at the Fantasy League. That's what it is. I'm trying to spill these words out. We have a new league leader. Step forward, Scott Walton. He's steamed into the lead on 252 points. John Hayfield and Paul Johnson, who was last week's leader, has dropped down to 3rd. Now, I did say last week it was a big week, and it was for me because I played my wild card. I was fed up of being left behind, down at the bottom. I have already stated that Dave Birtwistle is my nemesis, and I'll be happy to finish above him. So imagine, to my surprise, when last week I informed you I was in 44th place, played the wild card, have a bit of that sunshine, I've only gone and levelled with Dave Birtwistle, and that is because Kev raked in an incredible, and I know I'm blowing my own trumpet here, but I don't give a shit, 82 points last week. Sergio Aguero was the old captain. As you can see, my team there, De Bruyne, mainly them man shitty players. Are you having that? Yeah. Anyway, it's onwards and upwards for me. That's exactly where I am going. Next stop, 1st place. Okay, so I've had to leave the car. Security guard just said that they'd had some kind of complaint about suspicious activity. So have a top weekend, and I'll be back next week with a proper Man Utd VanCam.
I said your love, keep on lifting me higher and higher.
Nice one for watching the video. And thanks to everybody who has subscribed to VanCam. You can follow me on all the usual social media platforms. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Plenty of Fish. So make sure you give me a follow. Nice one if you dropped a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. This is VanCam. Nice one.